What is going on, Mullen fans? Welcome back to Financial Journey. A lot of volatility so far on Monday. It is largely because of a little bit more of a battle on technicals, and also shorts are really bringing up a very big fight. So I want to give you a good representation of all of that. I also want to talk on the latest articles. No tentative PRs right now, but a lot of articles about Mullen. And I want to talk on what they're truly saying or what they're really not saying. So I'm going to go over all the stuff you need to know. Make sure you guys hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. With that, let's get right to it. So Mullen is currently green. Very volatile morning already. You can see a little bit more of a tentative sell-off right here, and that was because of shorts. So as of right now, short score is 79, utilization is 100%. And looking here, shorts are currently increasing 247,000 shares, but within the first 15 minutes of the trading day, it was at 2 million. And I'll show you this quick chart right here. See this right here? It doesn't look like much, but that was enough because of the lower tentative volume first thing in the first, like I said, 10-15 minutes of the trading day to cause that little bit more of a tentative spike down with Mullen. So shorts are really bringing up a fight, but a lot of big retail investors are buying this dip, and this is why it is very much green. So I want to give you a good perspective on everything. Like I said, there's a little bit more of a battle going on based on the technicals around that 100-day moving average. But like I said, there is a lot of big buying that is happening. Live ticker is at the very bottom of the screen, currently up 1.43%, 119.7 million for volume. And this is, as of right now, within the first 1 hour of the trading day. So a lot of big volume is getting in. And this is mostly retail. So once again, that's a very good aspect if you want to consider it that way. Block volume is 26.4 million. So that means institutions are buying 26.4 million shares on the secondary market. So behind the scenes and looking at the technicals, things are starting to look very good. Momentum number retail investors, like I said, are up. RSI is fairly neutral at 65, getting a little bit high. Stochastic is still fairly high, but I think there's a lot of attributes behind Mullen that give it justification to be fairly high for a little bit longer. And overall though, a lot of articles, for those of you that do look at a lot of Mullen articles, they're all fairly positive, but if you actually do read them, they're not really saying too much. For instance, this one, is Mullen Automotive the next Tesla? Of course, we already know that Mullen in general is going to do a lot of good things in the future, but if you actually read this article, and for those of you that did read it, it doesn't necessarily say much. It says that chatter on Reddit and Twitter have obviously gone up roughly about 6,000% in the last 3 months, but fundamentally here it doesn't necessarily talk on exactly why it's going to be the next Tesla. And I feel like a lot of people just get too hypnotized by very attractive titles. And in general, I know, like I already said, Mullen is going to do a lot of good things, and I'm a very big fan of Bollinger, because even whether it be the B4, the B1, the B2, I'm actually a big fan of the B4 because I already have done a lot of research when I was investing in Hyliion, which is a very equivalent kind of company to Bollinger. But again, this B4, that whole sector is very much untapped by EV. So once again, representing a very big opportunity. So this is why I'm a very big fan of the B4. So I think in general, there's a lot of exciting things that is going to be coming, whether it be the 𝗖𝗎, the Mullen 5, B1, B2, or whatever is else coming down the pipeline. I think Mullen is going to do a lot of good things, but to outright say that it's going to be the next Tesla, there's no real justification for Mullen to potentially be a $1 billion company. Or technically, I guess Tesla has gone down quite a lot, but you guys get what I'm saying. I think in general though, Mullen is a very good squeeze opportunity, but I think the next steps for Mullen, what they need to do is focus on these deliveries, whether it be the B1, B2, or just the 𝗖𝗎, the class 1. There's a lot of different things that they are really working on. But I think the next step is that Mullen just needs to produce. Now it's time to actually produce true vehicles, and I think at that stage there's going to be a little bit more of a transition away from shorts. So shorts are going to see that Mullen's actually doing things, and very positive things, and itself is probably going to pull themselves out. Again, that might not result in a squeeze, which unfortunately might disappoint some retail investors. I think a lot of people are very much in Mullen because of the whole short squeeze aspect, but I think in general Mullen's going to do a lot of good things. So once again, that's just my take on exactly what the latest articles are saying, what exactly is happening with Mullen behind the scenes with this tentative battle. And like I said, once it does get to around that 50-cent mark as well, that's going to be a massive, massive battle. So I think in general, Mullen does have a lot of enemies right now, but hopefully with the positive news that might be coming out this week, Mullen will be able to give the middle finger to the majority of the market and just continue to go up. That's my own interpretation. Of course, as I always say, I'm not a financial advisor, just a very big fan, and this is why I continue to do Mullen videos, because I do see its full potential. Once again, I could be wrong. Let me know your thoughts on all of that in the comments below. Give yourself a shout out if you've been buying over the last couple of days, or potentially where you see things going. Because as of right now, it does look like it just turned red because, like I said, there is a battle going on. It's both different sides are pounding at each other, and who's going to win at this stage in the game? Ideally, I would like to say retail and also the investors that are investing in Mullen in the long term and not shorts. But again, at this stage in the game, it's just technicals without any fundamental news. Again, that's my own interpretation. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up and subscribe. Always greatly appreciate that. If you do like my channel and support the growth, take a look at my memberships. Link in the description below, or just hit the join button at the bottom of the screen. With that said, appreciate you guys watching. Let's all make a lot of money on Mullen.